Well, some breaking news just happened as I was recording my showcases. It looks like Money Moicano will be stepping in for Arman Sarukian at UFC 311 due to him pulling out from a back injury. Benil Dariush will not have a replacement fight. Most sources are saying so. Moicano will be taking on Isalm at UFC 311 for the lightweight belt. He's had some dominant performances, some very really impressive, performances, but going from a Jalen Turner and BSD to a Isalm Makhachev is that's just levels above what he was facing. So it's interesting because he could shock the world at UFC 311 this Saturday, or he can get walked through like other people that faced Isalm Makhachev. But I was very disappointed, to be honest with you guys, because Arman Sarukian was the most intriguing matchup in that division against Isalm. So sadly, we may never see that fight because Isalm keeps talking about 170 a lot. So it might have been the fight to get away from us. We don't know, because if you pull out, usually you're not always gonna get another shot. You might have to fight someone else. And when you're fighting someone else, Isalm might fight someone else. He may even leave the division. So he keeps talking about, like I said, welterweight. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. I'm not sure if he's gonna be willing to fight Bilal. He did train with Bilal, or he trained with Khabib and them. And usually, whenever you're in that training camp, for the most part, they don't face each other. So I don't know. We'll have to see. But for the most part, I think he's just gonna have to grapple Isalm. If he's not out grappling Isalm, I don't really see a path of victory for Moicano. I don't see him catching Isalm on the feet or anything like that. So he's going to have to dominate him with grappling, which is easier said than done. So we're going to have to see in this fight. Yeah, our opponent quit. His opponent's, I guess, AFK or something. I don't know. Yeah, this opponent was just like in and out the match, it seemed like. He wasn't even skipping the rounds and everything. So, but don't worry, I cut those out for you guys because, we're just practicing our jab right now. But, man, I just can't wait, because this could be a possible scenario where Moicano shocks the entire world and goes through Isalm like nobody. He also got psychology plays a big part too. If Isalm thinks he's just going to walk through him, that's having a mindset like that, even for the slightest moment in that fight, can cost him. So we just don't know. It's a bit harder to use Moicano in this game because takedowns and stuff aren't the greatest, so like people could deny takedowns pretty easy. And we have 89 punching power with not so good boxing move levels. So we're going to be looking to grapple and dominate. Just like, Moicano did to like BSD. We're trying to dominate. I'm doing a knee step by from side control by pressing like extra circle. Doesn't really matter. It'll just do a different knee. So, do that to try to get this cardio down. He does have 98 cardio. Nick Diaz, this is prime Nick Diaz. So, we're going to go through that transition because we had GA, so it was faster than his Kimura attempt. I'm not going for too many submission counters because I've never used Moicano before. I don't think so. So I'm not sure what submission counters he has access to. So if I go for a submission counter, it's possible the person can get, a top position. So just going to be taking our time and just displaying dominance on the ground. That's what we're going to try to go for. That's what we're going to try to do. We're going to be denying left. That's how you deny that. That's basically them trying to go to full guard. As you can see, it takes them all the way to full guard. Guys like Nick, I think Nate has it. Charles Oliveira. I think even Moicano has it, but not everyone has it though. You just basically hold L1 and it'll show the full guard option when you're on the bottom of side control. Pretty cool way to get up. Our posture up's going to beat that transition. We're just going to try to get some body punches since he's wiggling his head. We're trying to damage that body. Get him very tired. But we still got a stacked card ahead of us. I'm still looking forward to the card. Taking our time, just trying to work that body. Trying to show that dominance on the ground, just like he did against BSD. Yeah, our opponent seemed like he was in and out the fight. It was weird, but we still going to put this fight on because I still have other showcases to do. I still got Yuri Prochazka. I still got Jamal Hill. Probably do Yuri next. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. Yuri's pretty fun to use. Unique hairstyle, too. I do like the ponytail in the game. And, it actually has physics to it. It's pretty cool. Little details, but, I can appreciate little details in the game. Taking our time with it. Punching that body. So far, we already have a nose or mouth injury on him, and he's also cut. So it's going to be opportunities for us to get more damage, especially on our straights, like our jabs and our crosses. Still just brutalizing the body on the ground. We do have 96 ground striking, so we're going to be doing a lot of damage while grappling, while ground striking. He got that, I'm pretty sure, from the BSD fight. Just disgusting ground and pound. A very strong grappler. So we're going to see if he can pose that against Isalm Makhachev this Saturday. Just taking our time. Especially with guys like Nick. I'm pretty sure he has rubber guard, which is really fast. So if you're punching too much. Yeah, we got some stamina lead. About 10% you need. And you could hold L1, R1 and flick up to get stack guard. And then when you hold L1 or R1 again, you could flick left or right for side control, like I just did. It's a good way to pass that guard and punish people that are punching a lot out of, full guard or from the bottom. Still taking our time, trying to wear down his body. Because we do have low kick power, low punch power, so it's kind of hard to do that damage, especially our move levels aren't that high. Like, our main source of damage are going to really come from the ground. His ground striking, his submissions, that's where we're really going to do the damage at. So we got to try to get it down to the ground. We're going to have to strike, though, if we're just shooting takedowns. I just try to do a submission counter right there, but he doesn't have it. Because when people go for a Kimura on the bottom, you could submission counter it into your own armbar. I thought since he was like a big Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter, I thought he may have that, but he did not. Or I could have mistimed it, but that's why I wasn't going for some of the submission counters I usually do, because I'm not familiar if he has it or not. Still taking our time. That's a dominant round by us, so we're not gonna overextend too much, just a little bit, so he's not overwhelming us. Trying to see if he's there. I guess he went AFK again. But we're financially motivated. We can't lose. So, we're not waiting for nobody. But Money Moicano, man, if he could pull that off, that would be insane. I'm curious if he does win, will they do like an instant rematch? Or is Isalm just going to bow out of the lightweight division and go to welterweight? I don't really picture Isalm as the type of fighter to just lose and leave. So, pretty sure we would have to see a rematch if Moicano can pull it off, which is easier said than done, If he had this dominant grappling with, a deadly touch of power, that's a bigger possibility. But if it's just the grappling and you don't display too much threat on the feet, that's going to be a very big problem. Because we've seen Isalm, go for a striking only game plan against fighters that are very well-rounded or really good at grappling. He's a great counter striker, so, last time we see him get dropped was against Jalen Turner. I can't really use that as a good reference because that is a very powerful striker. Jalen Turner is very, very powerful. Like, you saw the Bobby Green fight. Like, I've never seen Bobby Green go down that hard. I think the last time he went down that hard, I think, was maybe against Drew Dober. And that's another very powerful striker that has the most knockouts in lightweight history, I believe so. Next to Dustin Poirier. Or they're tied up. We're going to strike a little bit. We're trying to weaken up that body. Trying to get that stamina lower. Just taking our time. We end up rocking him right there. Trying to get this guy out of here. You know, we're trying to get the finish. We're trying to get that 50K bonus. I don't know. Who knows? This could be a better fight than the Armand fight. Who knows? You know, it might be a great competitive fight. But we're just going to have to wait and see tomorrow night. So, yeah, he's almost getting through our block here a little bit. Some of those punches, so you got to be careful. Yeah, it felt weird using Moicano. Never used him before. I'm used to using people that have better hands. There we go. We get him down right here. We're just trying to go for that finish. I don't care if I get flipped. I don't care what happens. I'm just trying to, you know, I'm trying to hurt this guy. I'm trying to get him out of here. I want that bonus. Especially because it's the end of the round anyways. So I don't really lose much. Yeah, we do get flipped over into a full mount, but he's not really going to have enough time to do so, to do anything at all. Right, on to the next round. Yeah, I don't know what this guy was doing, because he was like, when we were fighting, he was in the fight. Like, you know, he wasn't like he was playing, and then between the rounds, oh yeah, I paid for it. You know, I was being overzealous. I was trying to rush to get him out of there. We're going to rock him with a nice slip uppercut. Kick him to the body, get that stamina even lower. I'm just trying to get him out of here, trying to get that finish. We can't afford to go to a decision. I need that 50K bonus. Look at that, we rock him again. Hurt him to the body. Look at that, we drop him. 96 ground striking. That's the fight. Hope you guys enjoyed this small little showcase. You know, I'm going to be posting another video very shortly, so stay tuned.